Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced Stream, No Idea Edition. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode Forum.
I'm Joey, at JWanderer on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian, at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forums.
Yeah, and I didn't come up with any ideas before stream started. Probably should have. And I didn't really feel like doing a game idea generator game today.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, opening the floor, guys.
Okay, we have a person at the bottom, and then there's silhouettes rushing towards you, and you have to fit in the silhouettes like you're running through walls, you know? Otherwise, you crash into the wall. That's one idea. Second.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
First idea, best idea.
Oh, okay. Don't want to hear my other ideas.
Nope.
Okay, sure. Let's do it. Easy peasy.
Yeah, okay, so it's like that game show. What is it?
Don't know.
Something. It's like Takeshi's Castle or something?
Yeah. Fit through.
Is my idea not original?
There's a version of it on Fall Guys.
Oh.
I don't know anything about this, just the name.
Yeah.
Cute.
All right, so we're going to do a character, and we're going to give them the ability to do poses, which is going to be fun. And I don't really know how this is going to work yet. I think what I'm going to do is for each of the limbs, I'm going to do a separate sprite. And then we're going to make it so that you can press different buttons to change the limb's pose. And you're going to have to form the shape before it gets to you.
Yeah, maybe when it gets like harder, you can have shapes that aren't just the things that we can be, and it could be like a subset, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm super.
The one I was thinking of that I've seen this before is Hole in the Wall, which is pretty aptly named.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, so, all right, let's go ahead. This will be our character guy. And their torso, at least. And we need to shave off some pixels, so it looks like I want to do, for the height, I want to do 14, 13. And for the width, I want to do not 12, 10,
No.
9.
Counting.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah. And what can we do? You know, our math wizard's not here today. We're not great with numbers.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon will be so disappointed in us. I'm going to give him some hair, maybe. And then maybe, like, it's supposed to be a tie, but no, I don't have enough pixels to do a tie.
At first I thought it was a mouth, and I'm like, okay, giant tongue. But it wasn't.
I'll give him a belt and some purple pants. And we'll give him a teal shirt.
So stylish.
That. And we'll give him a pocket.
Minecraft Steve?
Is it too close to Minecraft Steve? All right, it's going to be a purple shirt.
Purple. Isn't Minecraft blue people with black eyes? No, green people? No, that's creepers.
I don't know.
You don't play as a creeper, Vivian. Usually.
Guys, as the premier video game live stream for Microsoft, we should know these things, you know?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll play lots of Minecraft to redeem myself.
All right, well, here's our character. Or at least their torso. Okay. Now we want to do some limbs. So I'm gonna I think that Vivian's probably the best to do this. Vivian, give me some arm poses. Okay. Yeah. You're doing YMCA, it looks like. Now you're going off script. Okay, so we got like, you know, like turning right, and then like turning left, and then stopping, and then maybe we'll do some in-betweens. Right?
Wait. Turning.
You know, the turn signals.
Yeah, I thought this one was left because you're Because this would be right. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
hard
the
to
arm in
remember
the
anything.
direction that you're turning, and then if you're
Because it's like this would be
This is-
turning left because it's closer to turning left, where this is turning right. I think. I'm
this
just
is
thinking.
turning, this is stopping. This is
See, this is why
just
I
going
don't
this
drive.
direction.
This is why I have turn signals on my car.
Oh, the other day I was on the road and I saw somebody on one of those like wheel things. That's not a bike. It's like a unicycle, but you stand on it. And then they were gonna turn left, and so they just pointed left and they went that way. And it was so cool. They just pointed for a second, turned left, and I knew what they were talking about. And I was like, okay, cool, very cool.
Who had one of those in the office?
All right, we're gonna do some arms now. And so I'm basically just gonna make an array, and then I think I'm gonna flip them and stuff for the different directions, like for left and right, you know. Okay, so let's figure out how many pixels. It should be like 2 pixels, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
I thought you meant like 2 pixels. I'm like, I don't know about this, Richard.
Okay, and let's just start with the easiest one to get going, which is just gonna be, straight out.
Pretend to be an airplane.
Thumbs up. And we'll go ahead and make this a bit smaller. We want all of these to be the same size, so I'm going to make it a square, but this will be like the upper bound on the width, I think. So probably want to do like, let's see, that width is 15. No, that's not 15. No. Oh,
That's
I'm reading this wrong.
Your finger. Yeah.
You're cutting off 3 there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cutting off 4. Yeah, okay, so it's 12. So we want to do 12 by 12. So let's go ahead and take this and move it over.
Do we possibly want some more height than 12? Because if you wanted to go all the way up, you still have to have it centered on the same spot, right? So it connects in the right spot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we'll leave it at 16. So we'll do 12 by 16. And hopefully that'll give us enough to play with. It might need to be taller than that, but we'll see how it goes. And let's see, are we centered right now? So that looks centered. Yeah, I think we're centered. Okay, so that's one arm. Let's go ahead and do another one real quick, just so we have 2. Well, actually, I'm just going to use this because it's one. I want this to be 12 by 16. And now I think we're going to do the just like this.
Perfect.
Now he's like, look at this guy.
I love it.
We almost have enough to do the robot.
And now let's go ahead and what should our guy's name be? What does he look like to you?
Geraldo.
Something. What'd you say?
I heard Geraldo.
Oh, unexpected. G.
Okay, so let's get to where we can do some poses now. So I think that what we want to do is we want to make some functions for each of the limbs. So I'm going to do the left arm first because that's the one we've drawn so far. Actually, I guess it's the right arm, but it's the one on the left.
We were just having this discussion in the design meeting yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to name them according to the arm, but we'll just control it with the buttons, which one's actually changing, you know? So I'm going to correctly call this the right arm.
But we'll control it with the left button.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be more fun. You know, these types of games are fun when the controls are kind of hard to do.
So like left arm is down and right arm is A, and you move up and down with up, right?
Love it. Yep.
Okay. So we want to now make a sprite for all of our arms, so our limbs. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new variable. It's going to be called right arm. And yeah, we'll leave that as is for now. All right. So inside of this change right arm, we're going to go ahead and I think we're also going to need like an index maybe. But I don't want to create a bunch of variables for that, so I'm probably just going to add Vivian's favorite extension.
Yes! Love.
Arcade sprite data. This extension's great. It lets you store some properties on your sprite. And so we're going to be storing a number on each of these limbs. And we're going to just set it to be 0 to start. So for the right arm, we're going to set the index, and it's going to be 0. So now when you maybe I should change this to be update right arm. So what we want this to do is we want this to read this index, get the right arm image, and then position it next to our Geraldo here. And before I go further, I want to get a nicer background color going. I think I'm just going to go with the normal beige. Our favorite. I put in too much fake coffee powder into my fake coffee.
Too strong?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait, I thought you were not drinking coffee.
I'm not drinking coffee. I said it was fake coffee.
What? Does that mean it's tea?
It's like this roasted barley and wheat stuff.
Okay, actually fake coffee.
It's not that bad.
I didn't have coffee today. I had a matcha latte. Don't know if that's enough caffeine. I might crash soon.
Matcha has a lot of caffeine, I think.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. So that's why I thought it'd be okay as a coffee substitute today. But I'll have regular tea if it's not.
Yeah. For those who are unaware, matcha is just ground up green tea, which means that it has all the caffeine and not just some of the caffeine that comes out through steeping.
Yeah, in my mind, the amount of caffeine a drink has is directly correlated with how gross it tastes. And matcha lattes taste good, so I thought not too much caffeine.
Oh, not Geraldo. We want to do our right arm. We want to do index. And I'll set the position in here too, even though they're not actually going to be... it should hopefully not be changing position, but we'll set it based off the position of Geraldo. So we're going to set the right arm right to be Geraldo's left. And let's go ahead and test this out. So we're going to call our function now. Yay! Look at him. Thumbs up.
Looks a little bit silly without legs. It's like, wow, that's definitely a rectangle.
Draw legs too, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We are gonna have to draw legs too, right?
Yeah, we're doing legs. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Cool.
But, temporarily.
Okay. So let's go ahead and I think do the changing stuff now so we can see that work. So we're going to go into controller and get a button pressed event. We're going to do, for now, I'm just going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to do left to control the right arm. And we're going to change our index. So we're going to set our index to be the index plus 1. And we're going to use the remainder block so that it wraps around. Joey, do you want to explain how the remainder helps us do this?
Sure. So when you, 1 second, let me see. Which number exactly you used? Okay. Wait, which thing are you doing? Is this the just going to the plus 1? Okay, it's not doing the fancy one where it's going left to. Basically, the remainder is just what you get after you divide a number, right? So it's if you don't get decimal places. So if you just use the remainder, if you go above the number, you'll always be below the number. That's a terrible explanation, but I think it kind of gets the point across. So as
Oh,
soon as you go
wow.
the max value, you go back to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Geraldo is waving to indicate that Joey is correct.
Nice.
All right, cool. So the other thing we're going to do real quick is, in addition to setting the right, we also want to set the y. Right now it's working fine because they have the same y because they start in the same place. So we're just going to set the y to Geraldo's y. And this will make it so that if we end up moving around Geraldo, it'll still be in the same place. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do another arm real quick. So I'm going to just do complete the trilogy, and we'll do some more complicated ones in the future.
Okay. For a second, I thought he was gonna have 2 arms at once, and he's just gonna grow a 4th second pair of arms, I guess.
All right, cool. All right, we got our right arm. Let's do our left arm. Okay, so we're gonna make another function. Just gonna duplicate this, change the name, and change this variable to be our left arm. We want to set the left to be Geraldo's right because we want it to be on the right side, and we'll leave the y as the y. We also want to change this to be left arm too, and yeah, and now we'll just call this function, and it's going to work great, right, guys?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
Geraldo, that had to hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, so we need to flip this image. And to do that, we're just going to go ahead and first we need to clone this image, and then we need to call the flip function. You can't call flip function just on the thing that this is returning because that'll flip it for the right arm too. So instead, we're going to go into images, and we're going to drag out a clone block right here. We're going to clone this. And then we are going to use the flip horizontal block, flip horizontally. And we're going to be using the image. So let's go ahead and go into sprites. Let's see, get the image. Put it in here. Nice. And now we're going to duplicate this and do it for our left arm. So let's go ahead and change this to right, change this to left, this to left, and call update left arm. Yay. And to make this a bit more fun, I'm actually going to make it so that we start out with a random. So we want to do from 0 to length of array -1. And we'll do it for both of them. And nice. Cool. All right. So is it leg time? Leg time?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and make another array. I'm gonna name this one legs. And we'll drag out some image blocks. Okay, now for this one, I think we want to, we got to use this dark purple. And what color are Geraldo's shoes?
Maybe red boots.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is so Geraldo.
Oh, love.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm super into it.
Okay, maybe I'll make the heel like purple, and then give him some laces.
Oh,
Does it look like he's got roller skates now?
a little bit, but
Yeah, that's good. Oh,
maybe that's why it's always the walls are coming because he's on roller skates and he's like sliding.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see. What way are these legs gonna go? You know?
I feel like they should be like, and then this.
I cannot see you.
Like, okay, do you know what a plie is in ballet?
Yes.
Like that, but then sometimes the legs are both left, and sometimes they're both right, and sometimes they're regular plie. That's my pitch.
I was gonna do broken legs.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
You know, just like
basically the same as the arms.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. Richard, just follow your vision.
All right, we'll see how weird it looks. But okay, so we made it 13 high, and for the width we want to do like, like 16 again. And so I think for this one we just want to start it out like all the way over.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, so let's do another one. I think let's see, what size did I make that?
I don't remember.
It was 16 by 13. Now for this one, he's going to be doing just straight out. And he's going to be pointing his toes.
Oh, wow. No sickle foot. It's beautiful.
That's tough. So, and then for this last one, he's going to be, I think, doing like a bent knee.
As you do. Amazing turnout. Wow. Turn from the hip, not from the knee.
Did you do ballet, Vivian?
I did ballet a little bit. I didn't have toenails for years.
Gross.
Yeah.
Concerning.
Yeah. I never did a ballet. I did do jazz dancing and tap dancing because I was a cool kid.
VHS coming soon.
Yes, that's true. There's one copy of me tap dancing. It's on a VHS. Well, one copy that I know of. My parents are sending it to me so that I can hold it up in front of everyone on our team and be like, ha ha, you'll never see it.
You know what? I'm not going to be like everybody else who insists on seeing this tape. I'm going to insist you tap dance for us, Richard. I want the real deal.
Yep. Well, we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Viewers, it'll never happen. Okay, and I think for this one, I actually want to make the red come up a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go ahead now and make some functions for our other limbs. So first thing we're going to do is, once again, we're going to start with the right leg. And we're also going to be creating sprites like we did before. So let's just duplicate this and make a new variable. It's going to be right leg. We're going to go ahead and set the index also. So let's go ahead and change this to be right leg and change this to be legs. And let's call this function just like we are for the rest of them at the beginning. And we can basically just, well, I probably should have just copied this whole thing, but I'll just copy it one by one now because we're going to be doing something very similar.
It's only 3 blocks.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to set the right leg image. We want to set the right leg image to legs. Get value at the right leg index. We want to set our right legs. Let's see. We want its right to be Geraldo, left. Probably, yeah, that's fine. And we want to set its top to be the bottom of Geraldo. Oh, whoop. Got to do arm. I mean, got to do leg, not arm. Ooh, okay. So maybe we should subtract like 2. Or add 2, I mean.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Geraldo left plus 2. Yep. Magnificent. I'm wondering, actually, maybe the heel should be up top, but whatever. Or I think maybe I'm just going to get rid of the heels altogether on that image. You just have to imagine his shoe is pointed like towards you, and the heels are behind. Okay, so we've got this. Let's go ahead and now do our button pressed. And so I think that for the legs, we're going to be doing based off the A and B. So we want left to control this one, so we're going to do B. I'm going to change this to be right leg.
I remember what confuses me about A and B is on the keyboard, A is space and enter is B. So it's flipped from the simulator. But this will mean I'm better at this game.
It could. But also X is B and Z is A, which is what I normally use. But still it's reversed.
Oh, yeah. It's even more confusing, maybe. Wow. I love this. I love this.
Okay. So there's a little bit of overlap here. I'm wondering if we should move the arms up a pixel. No, I think the arms are good where they're at. So maybe we make him just his torso 1 pixel longer. Then we got to move the arms up by 1 pixel.
Richard, what songs did you tap dance to?
Let me think. The Boys Are Back in Town.
Uh-huh.
Center Field.
I don't know that one.
It's like a baseball song.
Did you dress up in like baseball clothes?
You know I did. Did I have a fake bat? I sure did.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what's the difference between a fake bat and a real bat?
It was made of plastic and very light.
Oh, okay. I see.
And those are the only 2 I can remember.
Okay. My plan. I feel like, even if I tell you my plan, you can't stop it. I'm going to play these songs sometime. And you're just subconsciously, you can't stop it. You're just going to start dancing.
I don't think that'll work, but, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Deep inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do another one now. We're going to do update left leg. And we're going to just do, our little fun copy and pasting. So let's go ahead and copy this. Copy this. Change to left. Oh, did I not make a variable yet? No, I didn't. left leg, left leg. All right, cool. And now in our function, we're going to copy these over. Change these to be left. All right, we're going to call this function.
Switch it to right? Draw it all right?
Yeah. And so we want to set our left to be the right -2, right?
Mm-hmm. Good call, good call.
And we want to set the, we want to do our same trick as before. So we're going to do, we're going to wrap it in a clone and do this flip horizontally. So let me drag these over and then I will fix the variables. All right, so we're going to change this to the left leg. And we're going to just use the clone here and put that in there. Cool. And now we're going to go ahead and duplicate this, change it to on A button pressed, and change this to left leg.
That's incredible. What flexibility, what grace.
Yeah.
Amaze.
Oh no, it's not working. Did I call the wrong function? No, that's a quarter.
Quarter! Excellent.
Vivian, would you like to read out the official quarter standings?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I would be honored. Okay. As of today, we have in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a 3-way tie for 6th place, Joey, Daryl, and Hassan at 1/4. And at 3rd place, we have a 1-way person not tied with anybody, Shannon at 2/4. And then coming up 2nd with most amount of quarters is Richard with 11/4. And then finally, our big winner, most number of quarters accumulated, Vivian with 13/4. Wow. Too bad nobody else is so good at accumulating quarters like Vivian.
Too bad. Yeah,
Too
so
bad?
how much puppy money does that add up to?
Okay, let me...
I like this pose a lot.
Power pose. 16. 18 plus 11. 18 plus 11. 29. What's 29 mod 4? 20.
It would be 7.25.
7.
Yeah.
We have $7.25.
We're not too close to that puppy, but we'll get there.
How much do we have to get a puppy?
I mean, you know, we want to make sure that we're adopting a puppy, so I think it's probably gonna be like at least $15.
Okay. Well, you're half of the way there. Nice. Once
all
again,
right.
Oh yeah, Richard, you go.
We've done the easy part of this game, which is making our guy do poses.
That one's my favorite. The leg out one.
Yeah,
With the straight leg on the one side.
I really like this one. Okay, so we want to now make it so that we when we're doing the we want to have like a wall that perfectly fits one of these positions and then comes towards us, and it's going to just come down from the bottom of the screen, and then we're just going to like pass right through it. So I think what we want to do is we're going to take our function, we're going to put Geraldo in a position. Then we're going to draw him onto a image that's like the image that he has to fit through, and then we're going to make it come down the screen. And then we'll put him back to whatever position he was in before. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So to do this, let's go ahead and we're going to create a sprite, which is going to be the hole. And I don't want it to be the, we could make a sprite that is the entire width of the screen, and then, Geraldo fits inside, but that's going to be tough because that'll be a really big image, and the links to this game definitely won't run on hardware. But we might be able to get away with it if we just make it in the bounds of what Geraldo should be, So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make a sprite real quick, and we're just try and size it, and we'll see if it's right or not. I'm thinking that it probably needs to be like 32 by 32 or thereabouts.
Oh, man.
All right. And let's set the z-index to be -1 so that we can see Geraldo. And we'll set the color to be something we're not using, so teal. All right, let's see. So it looks like we need to be 1 pixel wider. And then can probably be a little bit shorter. Let's go ahead and align this with the top. So
more than 1 pixel wider, right? When it was legs to the right, there was an extra 2 or 3 on the right.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it looks like we need to do 5 pixels wider. So I'm going to add this, I'm going to make this 37. And then we're going to set the top to be something like, let's see, what should it be? It should be like 80 minus the height of, I'm just going to try random values until I get it right.
The Shannon way.
Okay, 46. Too much. So I'm gonna add 8 to that, so make it like 54. I think we'll be pretty close. Okay, so we're just 2 off.
It looks like they're hanging on there though. Which is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so we got that. We've got that there, and now we need to just subtract this amount of height, which looks to be about 4.
That's my favorite leg position. I feel like it's beautiful.
Yay! All right, cool. So this will be our wall. And we're just going to imagine us drawing Geraldo onto here, and then we will replace all of the colors in Geraldo with transparency. So it'll be a silhouette for us to go through. So let's see, how do we want to do this? I think what we want to do is we're going to first add Joey's extension.
Which one? Joey has so many. Oh, utils.
Yeah.
Arcade sprite util, not utils.
Joey, I can't. It's too hard. That's the limit of my ability.
It always takes us a few tries, but I think with Joey on, we can hopefully get it first try. Yep.
Professional.
Arcade sprite util, and this has one block that we really want to use, which is this. Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's sprite utils, not in sprites.
There's an S
draw,
there.
Draw image at XY. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to make a function now, which is going to be called update target. And I think the way we're going to store this is we're just going to store an array of 4 values, and these are going to be our 4 indices for each of the limbs, So it'll be like, yeah, you get it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's the order for the limbs going to be, though? Is it clockwise?
We're just going to do it in the order we did it. So right arm, left leg, left leg.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'll make a comment.
Okay. Nice.
All right. So I just want to grab these pick randoms. I need these two. And we're going to go ahead and fill in our answer. So we just want to, we want to do arms for the first two, legs for the next two. And I'm going to add a comment and say answer order. Array start with 0.
So professional. Wow.
And it's arm now. Left arm, and then right leg, and left leg. Okay. So we're going to set this, and we're going to make a new variable called answer. And we're going to make another variable that's just going to be current. And we're going to store the array of what our current values are so that we can restore it after we're done doing this drawing fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get another empty array. Add in 4 values. And go ahead and get this index block. And we'll go ahead and do it in the right order. So let's see. Right arm. Left arm. Not counting. Right leg.
Enumbing. Left leg.
Left leg. Okay, awesome. And now we're going to go ahead and I think set all of our leg positions. So I would do a function for this, but that's actually going to be tough. So I'm just going to write some stuff to copy and paste it. But basically, we want to go in and set the index. So for each of these, we're going to do, let's see, we want to do right arm here. We want to set the data. Oh, I'm setting to strings.
What? Oh, Joyce.
Thinking how we could do this one. Yeah.
I can't think of a clever way to do it. Can you?
So what you're going for here is you're going to, for one, like before the rendering in an on-game update or something, you're going to swap out all the pieces of the body, place them on top, and then print the image offset by, it might be easier if we just like count the offsets because we have static sizes for each image. So we already know what the images are, right? So we could just grab them from the array of images in the first place, right? We know the.
It's going to be a lot more math. I already know how I'm going to do what I'm going to do, which is I'm just going to take the image, put it like it is right now, and then subtract the left from the left, and then draw it. So anyway, Joey probably is coming up with a better way to do it, but I already have it in my head, so I'm just going to keep plowing forward foolishly. All right, and so what we're going to do, I actually just thought of a better way to do this. Is we're going to make another list, which is going to be called limbs. And we're going to store all of our limbs.
I guess one thing is that the left and right position for the limb should always be the same, right? So we don't actually need to swap them out. We could just draw the image with the positioning from the left, right, like you were going to.
Except I'll be able to use the variables left and rights and not have to hard code the values like I do currently. I would have to know the offsets.
Okay.
But I don't need to know the offsets now because I can just use the ones that are done in the functions. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do a for index to the length -1. And now for each of them, we are going to set the value at that index to the value from that. Yeah, it'll make sense in a sec.
I got you. You're putting these words down, and I'm like, and you're like, huh, wonder if these words make sense. And I'm like picking them up. I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. I've walked this path before.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to set it to be the answer, and then at the end, we're going to set it back to current. And we're going to make another function right now, and that function is going to be called update all. And it's just going to have all the other updates in it. Okay, so we're going to do all this. Now we're going to take our wall image, which I think is just called MySprite right now. Yep. Shadow Geraldo. And I'm actually going to take, I'll leave the z depth as is, but I'm going to take this. The top, and I'm going to set it in this function at the top so that it's correctly aligned. And what we're going to do now is we're going to again loop over our limbs. And for each of them, we are going to use that draw image block that we got from this extension. So we're going to call this draw. We're going to draw it to the image of Shadow Geraldo. So let's go ahead and get out some sprite image blocks right here. Duplicate that. So we're going to draw the image from the limb to the image of Shadow Geraldo. And the X and Y are going to just be these X and Y are actually left and top. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to subtract the left and top of the limb from the left and top of Shadow Geraldo.
That's a big brain move right there. Wow.
All right. And what do we call this function? Update target. So let's go ahead and call it in our onStart. Yeah, okay. So we'll call update target, and then we're going to set our target's top to be the, or we'll set its bottom to be the top of the screen, and then we'll have it come down, basically. So let's go ahead and get a set position. For Shadow Geraldo, we're going to set its bottom to be 0, and we're going to give it some velocity. Nice. Forgot to draw the body. So let's go ahead and also draw the body. So for that, we're going to go ahead and just get rid of these limbs and just put in some Geraldos.
Is Gerald short for Geraldo?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. How would you shorten Geraldo?
I don't know.
Harry?
I got it. Ding.
I love it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do the last thing, which is we want to make all of these transparent. So we're going to do this in just kind of a very inefficient but easy to code way, which is we're going to just go ahead and do this replace color. Change color, Shannon's favorite block. And we want to do Shadow Geraldo's image. And we want to do all of the colors that are in Geraldo. So that's pink, white, red, this purple, brown, this purple. Boy, I used a lot of colors. This purple. Is that all of them?
We'll see.
Nope. What's that one?
I missed his belt buckle.
Ah.
No, I didn't get it.
I thought 10 was going to be too slow, but it's beautiful.
Well, I keep forgetting to try until we yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and also change orange. Okay. So all right, that looks pretty good, I gotta say.
I love this.
No, which one's leg? Oh. All right. So we've got the basics done now. Let's go ahead and just do the answer checking, and the like starting the next one after we're done with this one. So the way we're going to do that is we're just going to do on-game update. We're going to see if the top of this is past the top of Geraldo. And I think we have to like subtract one or something, but that'll be basically it. And then we will check our answer. And so the way that we're going to check our answer is, I'm thinking maybe that actually what we should do is instead of this current thing that I'm doing right now, we'll just loop over the limbs and make an array. So let's go ahead and do like get current limb positions. Then we are going to loop over. It's like, yes, I know there's a bug in my program. I'm fixing it. We're going to make a variable that we're just going to call result. Set it to be an empty array. And then for each of these, we are going to just go ahead and get the index. So limbs get value at index. Yeah, that's what we want. And we want to do an array add value to end. Change this to be result. And we want to make sure that we get the index off of this, so we're not adding the sprite. So let's go down to result. Let's go ahead and go into sprite and get the sprite data get number. I gotta say, Vivian, this was a really good game idea to come up with off the top of your head.
Thank you. I feel like I was thinking about this while I was eating lunch. So, not super off the cuff, but
Mm-hmm. All right. And so now we want to set our current variable to just be a call to this function. So
then it won't be so angry at you. Thank goodness.
True. Nice. Okay. Oh, there's one other thing we need to do real quick, which is at the top of this function, we need to change the color transparent to be teal, so that we fill it back in. All right. So let's go ahead. Inside of this on-game update, we're going to be checking the position, and let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're going to do if, let's see, top of Shadow Geraldo. Let me zoom in a bit. We don't have anything after this, right? I can go a few minutes over.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Richard, whenever you have it at small blocks, I'm always amazed that you can see that. I can't.
Eagle eyes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my eyes are always a little bit blurry because my contacts are always a little bit dry. And when I'm not wearing contacts, my glasses are probably not the right prescription. Everything is blurry all the time.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm the only person in my family who does not require glasses. I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop, but I've always had good vision. Okay, so if Shadow Geraldo top is greater than Geraldo top, and I think we're going to have to set a variable which is going to be judged.
Are we gonna have them Geraldo gets slowly dragged off screen?
It's wrong.
That was my favorite part of all the shows that I've seen that do this, because it's they always have it right next to water, and so it's just this person fumbling around trying to not get dragged into the water by a foam menace.
It would be fun to make one of those old school canes come out and pull you off.
I love. Oh my gosh! Okay. Or it could be Richard, you keep going.
All right, so we want to set judge to be true now, and then we're also going to, when we do the update, we will. Well, I'll just save this for a sec. So we're going to set judge to be true. And now we're going to do our judging. We're going to set our current. So, we can already just use our current variable that we already have. Go ahead and call our function. And now we're just going to loop over our two arrays, our current and our answer, and see if they match up. So let's go ahead and we want to go until the length -1. Boy, I really thought that once we had to pick random, I would be writing this less often, but it's always going to be the way until we make it so this isn't inclusive, which will never happen.
Now that we have the block, I can't even remember what we wanted it for.
So we often need to get random things out of arrays. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and in here we want to see if they are equal or not, or rather we want to see if they are not equal. And if they're not equal, it's going to be game over. So we'll do get value for answer, get value for current, and put the index in both of those. Then we are going to do game over. Otherwise, at the end of this, we're going to play a ba-ding And we're going to give you a point. All right, so let's see. Okay. No, that was not the right one. There we go. Ba-ding!
Ah.
All right. And now we need to do one other thing, which is we need to make it so that when it gets to the bottom, it goes back to the top, and we start again. So I think what we also want to do is we want to make it get faster. So it's going to get a little bit faster each time, of course. And let's go ahead and make a variable, which is going to be called wall speed. And we're going to set our wall speed to be, let's see, what was it? It's like 10 right now?
10.
Yeah. I love, I'm surprised that Geraldo looks so good when I put so little effort into drawing the sprite.
It's because it lets the viewer fill in, the space.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You left breathing room for it.
Yep. It's important to leave breathing room, everybody. Okay, so when we change score by 1, we're going to change our wall speed by 1 also. Well, let's do it by 2.
Whoa.
One's a bit too gentle. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And then we need to check to see if the top is greater than, let's see, the screen height, which is 120. And we don't need this not judged business. Then we're going to set judge to be false. And we're going to call update target.
No, you have to be good at the game. No! Richard!
Hard. It's hard to remember what does what. Okay. I got it this time.
Okay.
Okay, the next step is going to be to randomize which button controls which limb each game.
No, that would be impossible.
Is it not basically that already, Richard? Because that's what it looks like.
I just cannot hold it in my head for some reason.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay, don't touch. Come on, another shadow. Yeah, it's so much faster now.
It's 20% faster.
All right, I'm getting it, guys. I'm getting it.
Okay, let's see it. What's your high score?
Lucky.
Wow. It's RNG, you know. Wow.
Easy game, huh?
Oh my gosh! Wow! Amazing!
You see how close that was?
Oh my gosh, no!
All right. So, okay, well, there's a few other things I want to do real quick, which is I want to make it so that when it passes you, the z-index changes. So we want it to be above you now. So I'm going to take Shadow Geraldo and change its z-index.
Maybe also speed it up a little.
Oh, when it passes you?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll set the z to be 1, and we will set its AY.
Oh, cool.
To be like 5.
Because below you can't see it, but there's just a giant pit below you that it's falling into.
Maybe like 10. And then we will set the z depth back to -1 here. And then I think the last thing we need to do is we need to make it so that the wall actually extends out. But first, let's test this out. No. What's hard is that I'm using the buttons, and it's like my left arm is controlling the legs and my right arm is controlling the arms, but for some reason I expect it to be my right arm is controlling the right side, my left arm is controlling the left side, you know?
Oh, yeah. I see. Wow, it looks...
Okay, we'll change the
freaky.
acceleration by a little bit more.
It looks like it's actually passing through. Wild. No.
Well, it is passing through.
Richard, you're just getting so good at it.
Don't say that.
I want to be able to beat
You
your
feel
high
like you were
score.
just born with the skill to play this?
No.
It's your tap dancing instinct coming out.
Yeah.
It does
I'm
feel like
glad
this
the
should have
control
some
as
background
is
music.
though, because I think it is fun that it's so weird and hard to do. It's kind of like QWOP.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing we need to do is we need to make it so this wall extends all the way across, so it doesn't look like we're just like floating. And I think it also wants to extend a little bit on the top also. And then we will make it so that our on-game update, we like, move that as well as our Shadow Geraldo. So, and I also want to make that acceleration to be a bit more. So right now it's 10, set it to be 20. Okay. So let's see. To do that, we're just going to be making some wall bits. You gotta be ready from the start, and you need like one round to remember how the buttons work. So let's go ahead and create some wall bits. We're going to make it so that this is, let's see, 37. Let's see, 160 minus 37 is 123, 122. 66.
How did you do that? That was incredible. You figured it out faster than I could pull out the calculator. Type it.
So let's go ahead and make a new variable for this. And it's going to be wall bit left legged. And we're going to do wall bit right. And then we're going to do wall bit top. And this one is going to be the width of the whole screen. And just be like 4 pixels. Okay, so now inside of our on-game update, we're just going to set the positions of these guys. Where'd you go on game update? Here it is. So we're going to set the let's do wall bit left first.
Wall is at the bottom. Oh, nothing. I was just, being an alphabet snob.
Oh, gotcha. Now we'll do the right one. We don't actually need to set the right and left every time, but I just like to have all the code in the same place. And now we'll do the top bit, which we don't need to set the X on at all. We just need to set the bottom to be Shadow Geraldo's top. And we're going to change this to be wall bit top.
Z-index?
All right. See how that works? Yeah, we need to set the Z-index too. Just wanted to make sure that I got them all.
Yeah.
And like Vivian said, we're just going to set the Z-index on all of them.
Maybe only need top?
Oh, you are correct. Really, we don't even need to set it every frame. It could just always be higher because if it got there, you were successful.
True.
Nope. All right, so let's do outros while I try and get the highest score I can.
I also think for our outros, we should do our favorite Geraldo pose.
I'm not going to because I'm playing.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonder on the MakeCode forum. My favorite pose is whichever one he's currently in.
Fine. And I'm Vivian, at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum. Richard, wow, you're so good at this game. Don't fail.
It looks so good.
It looks so good. Wouldn't it be tragic if you missed this one? Missed this one. Oh.
Vivian.
Oof, oof.
I can be
Right.
sick.
Bye, everybody.